Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Generations Miles Morales and Peter Parker Spider-Man issue 1. And this is the last week of the Generation titles, I believe. I did not get the Captain America one. I believe that is actually the only Generation book I didn't get, just because I'm not a huge Captain America fan. But of course I got the Miles Morales slash Peter Parker issue. Now before I jump into this issue, I do want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course I have Comic Uno episode, and that show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. The exclusive comics are in description below, and the episode will be there either Thursday or Friday. But let's start talking about Miles Morales, Peter Parker, Spider-Man Generations issue 1. Cover is pretty cool. We get to see old school Spider-Man and Miles hovering over to see his life. And artwork inside is Ramon Perez, who I'm not a huge fan of his art style. I still didn't really love some of the disjointed facial expressions. Again, just not a fan of his style. But I like the coloring, and I do like the throwback, you know, and I like that this issue was a throwback to Peter's college days instead of his high school days, because I feel like that would have been really obvious. And we get to see, I think the best part of the artwork was seeing that throwback scene of him holding the building. I'm trying to find it. When he's talking to Miles, I thought that was a really cool scene. Here it is. That classic Spider-Man scene I thought was really well done there. But then going back to the parts of the art I didn't like was some of the white space that was used here. Like there was these 2 pages where there was just unnecessary white space. Like here, the paneling just did not work. It felt like something was missing, and especially here. There's just this random white space on the top over there. So I really think the paneling could have been a bit better in some of the places for this issue. But let's jump into the story. So this issue, we get to see Miles sees Peter in college. Like I said, I like that dynamic. And obviously, Peter doesn't believe anything Miles is saying. Miles doesn't even want to tell Peter what's going on, so he kind of runs away after he gives some facts to show that, hey, you know, I'm similar to you. And he runs off to find himself as a younger child, which gets interesting with continuity, because obviously Spider-Man's been around for a very long time, but Peter's still only like 30-something. So it did work out that Miles, I guess, would be like a child at this point. So that was interesting continuity-wise. But we get to see Gonke and Miles first become friends, which was definitely the best part of the issue, was seeing that interaction, and Miles realizing, you know, there's good parts of life, there's bad parts of life, you just have to go through them. And that's really the point of the issue. And he has the same talk with Peter by the end of the issue, and that's kind of the whole thing. And Peter is left alone after finding out that Aunt May is okay, but still he's kind of in this struggle of his life. Same thing with Miles. I did like the parallel. Do I think this issue was totally necessary? No. I think that's still my biggest problem with this issue, is that I don't know if I got enough emotion in this issue saying that this is a well-worked Generations book, but at least there's themes that I guess that they were trying to go for. Like I said, Miles has been having a hard time in his life. Peter had a hard time in his life. They show, hey, you're allowed to have a hard time and, you know, move forward from that. And you're also allowed to have good times. So I like that aspect of the issue. I don't know if it's enough to say you needed a $4.99 book on it. But if you like Miles and Peter, pick it up. If you feel like there's too much of Miles and Peter, especially with the Spider-Man book going on at the same time, you don't have to pick this up. I don't think it's a must-read, but again, depending on the fandom of the characters. So overall, I'm in the middle with this issue. I gave it 3 stars. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.